We is, I'm always having to look up there. We is live. How are you, Miss
Okay.
Sue?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Another edition of Quickfire Fridays, right?
Yes, it is. I can't believe how many have we done now? About 20 of them?
It's got to be getting close. I think something like that. Yeah, yeah. They've been fun.
Oh, good. I hope.
I'm really enjoying them, and
Uh,
hopefully one of these days the audience will grow too.
yeah. Well, you know what? They're out there on YouTube for
Yeah,
replays. It's great resource for us to refer people to. So instead of, just check out our YouTube channel and go there and watch
yeah,
it. So that'll be cool. So,
yeah. No, lots of good
so
reasons.
what is we're gonna follow up from last week, and we were talking about reviews and the importance of being having a review and getting them and testimonials. So we're going to continue on today and really touch upon what realtors can do to help that, where they need to post things, and so you want to take it from there.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen. I'm just going to do like about a 2 minute recap, just to kind of get everybody's brain back on what we talked about last time. Let me find the right section here. Um, hmm. Is that the right? That can't be it, right? Well, let's try this. I don't know where I'm going to send this now. Oh, I'm in the right place, just the wrong section. Okay, right there. I just want to do a quick recap on this whole topic. In that reviews, realtor reviews, this is a Google Trends search. Just refreshed it, so it's current as of July of this year. And you can kind of see the trend as it started at 0 way down here in 2007, and it's climbing. Just look at the overall trend. Obviously, all trends go up and down. And one of the cool things about, placing yourself as a realtor in search properly and being found, not only being found, but being found with good information that'll help people want to basically connect with you, is knowing how to get yourself indexed in Google search. And when I say Google, that the same thing applies to Yahoo, Bing, etc. But
Okay.
and what you have to do doesn't really change. You just have to do the same thing I'm showing, and you'll get indexed in all of the different search engines. The main ones to be concerned about is where you show in Google first and foremost. That is by far the behemoth, and the next two smaller but still important, Yahoo and Bing. So, okay. So knowing that, just a couple things. One is, the data now shows that over 60% of potential real estate prospects, buyers and sellers that you want to get as your clients, are now doing searches about you before they even decide to ever even talk to you, send you an email, respond to your email, return your phone call. No matter how you got their
Exactly.
information, or vice versa, how they got your information, they signed up to one of your lists, they signed up to your website opt-in, etc. They're Googling you. They're searching for you, who you are, what it says about you, and important things like we talked about last time. Probably the key, the top of the pyramid here, is your reviews, what other people are saying about you and their experience in working with you as a realtor. And
After we talked last week about reviews, I was thinking about real estate, and I thought, wow, I just take for granted because I'm on the internet all the time, but I search everything. Like if I'm looking for a place to eat, I'll go in, and one of the places I go to is Yelp and check that out. So I went on to Yelp and did some searching for real estate, and some people have reviews on Yelp there. So
yep.
I was just thinking, if I'm just doing it, for myself, thinking about restaurants or a place to go visit on for vacation, that people probably are searching for realtors that way, and searching for, once they have your name, to go on there and say, well, let me just check around and see what it said. So it's just interesting how we have that uh, diagram or footprint out there now on the internet. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is just an example, and here's how you start the whole process. You got to first figure out how you're showing up, and so I pre-did these, so you didn't have to watch me type. So here's my full name. I recommend you do one of these with your name, and you kind of look down below and kind of see what's showing up. You know, you'll see that for me, there's my personal Facebook profile, one of my business pages, my LinkedIn, Google Plus, etc. And you can certainly look me up, so you can do this yourself. But most importantly, look up how your name, what shows up, are all these pictures you. Like, this is not me. But when you look at the link, this one surprised me. It's the first time I've seen one show up at the top here without my picture on it. But look at where it's from. It's Retso.
Interesting.
Right. And you know, I've been to that the last several years.
Right.
And then, so that's under my name. Search for yourself by your name. Search for yourself with the word realtor right after you, because if you have a common name, or the person just wants to make sure they've gotten the right person, they're looking for a realtor, that's a very typical search. So your full name and the word realtor, and you'll see the profile for me changes. The links, some are the same, some are different. Even some of our QFF stuff now is starting to show up, as you can see. Mm-hmm. If I do another search with my name and the word Myrtle Beach, that's very common because we live in a destination area and we have a lot of second home buyers here, and so they're coming from out of area, and they'll often put in your name and the word Myrtle Beach. And again, you'll see mine again slightly changes. And yours will too. That's why I'm showing this. And then I even did one where somebody wants to make sure they're really getting the right person. Put your name in, Myrtle Beach, and the word realtor, and see what shows up. And again, you'll see because of those search phrases, mine is changed again. So those are key things that you should. I'll come back to the Google alerts here in a minute. Those are key things. Those are key things that you should make sure that you're searching for, and check what's there. Which leads us to kind of, well, what are the important things? How do you get yourself found, and how do you get a lot of links and good information here? Well, we talked about a couple of these last time. One, a couple of the key ones is make sure you get your realtor.com profile set up and get your reviews started, and do everything in your power to get 7 reviews minimum. Right. However you can do that, past clients, potential clients, future clients, see what you can do to get reviews. Another place that I highly recommend, because they have a lot of clout, as well, just like realtor.com, is Zillow. And again, set up your profile there. You can see the link that you would go to right up here on both of these. If you just type in those links, you'll get to these pages to set up those profiles. And there are a whole bunch more, and we'll talk a little bit about them. But if you just come back to my wrong tab. Just come back to my profile. Other things that'll show up for you and your name is if you're on Facebook, if you have a LinkedIn account, so a Google Plus. If social profiles are very commonly going to show up when somebody searches for your name. When they search for me and the word no, not the full one. This one, you'll see Facebook still shows up. LinkedIn still shows up. Article I wrote about a particular thing shows up. Zillow shows up because I created a profile back on Zillow way back in July 18th of 2013. Our MB Buzz page, actually, this is a. Huh, no way. Interesting. I didn't even notice that one. That's a thank you page for a thing we did with the client. And see Google Plus. Resas is a real estate shares a bunch of real estate articles and posts and things like that. I created a profile there. So I, of course, have real estate clients. So I want to be found under the word real estate, realtor, things like that as well, even though I'm not a realtor. Does that make sense? So these are just examples of some of the places you want to go in and create your profile on. So the social channels, the big ones are going to be Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. And Twitter's actually going to become even better. You didn't see my Twitter on here, but that's just because Twitter has finally gotten back in Google's good books within the last month or so. And the indexing of all the Twitter posts and your profile and all that stuff will start to be occurring. Exactly how long it'll take for all of that to kind of sync back up, your guess is as good as mine. But it's important that you don't not pay attention to Twitter, because it's become very important. And Google Plus, anything Google is huge. Google Plus, YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel, that's why all these videos are showing up. If you have a website and a blog, my website, a couple of my websites and a couple of our different blogs are showing up in the different searches that you're seeing here. So places you put your articles and things like that. Social bookmarking, sites like Dig, Delicious, I can't think of all of them. There's so darn many of them. But social bookmarking sites. And if you're not sure what a social bookmarking site is, instead of me trying to remember, because now I can't, I'm drawing a blank social. Let me just bookmarking. Pull up social bookmarking sites. We'll just grab this one. And you'll see it's going to list some of these. You'll go, what is that? Oops. What is that? But some of these you'll recognize, but these are all social bookmarking sites where you can take your content, your website, different things like that, and bookmark them in those social channels. Dig, one is probably one people recognize. Google, of course.
There's a plethora of them out there.
There's a ton of them. Yeah, there's just a boatload. But all of these, again, create the equivalent of basically a link back to you and who you are. And all those things are going to help widen and broaden your indexing in the search engines. Let's see. Real Satisfied is another review site that is becoming, I think, a little bit more important. It's not as big as Realtor.com or Zillow, but certainly a great place for you to get your information loaded up. LinkedIn is huge because you can get reviews and testimonials there. And I think I mentioned last time, the Realtor.com profile allows you to pull in your LinkedIn reviews as well as your Real Satisfied reviews. There's a connection that can be made, and it'll automatically pull them in for you. So if you're really good at getting reviews, for example, on LinkedIn, get them on LinkedIn, and then allow the Realtor.com tool to just pull them into your Realtor.com profile for you. Let's see. Well, I could go on and on, but those were the key sort of big ones that I could think of. Generic ones that you could pull in, a couple of real estate ones. Do you have any sort of real estate related sites that you might recommend?
Not specifically that I can think of, but I just put a link in our chat box there. We can put out there later that lists about 50 sites out there for social bookmarking. And I don't know if there's one specifically for real estate. So I'm just going through them. Caboodle is one that I've used. That's for shopping, more or less. That's pretty much it. But there's that one, the link that I put up there will have like 50 of them. People can check them out. Gotcha.
Well, we were trying to keep this one really tight on the 15 minutes, so I know we still have about 2 if we want to use it. But those are some of the key things. It's just really, really important that all the realtors and real estate agents understand how valuable and crucial it is that they understand they're being searched, and that is just growing. And when you get anything over 50%, we're now above 60% of all consumers are now searching out who they're potentially going to use as their real estate agent. You better start paying attention to it, and serious attention to it, in my opinion.
And trying to do some of this, And like I always say, if you can't do it, hire someone, or just let your kids do it for you. They know how to do this stuff. So
absolutely.
Don't stress out over it. So just get someone to help you with it. There's the interns at colleges that will help you do this kind of stuff, that love working this stuff. So
absolutely.
There was one that I'd heard about a while ago, and I was on it, and it's called I think it's one of the early ones. It's called Stumble Upon.
Yeah,
and I see it's on the list here. So that would probably be a good one because it's been around for a long time, and it has over 3 million users right now. So that would be a great one to get started on.
Absolutely. It's a great one. In fact, it's just a really good place to go and do some, if you need content. It's got some really good stuff. So, yep.
Right. Cool.
Totally agree.
All right. Well, Pierre, we are at exactly 12:15. So that would be great if we could just say thanks.
Let's do it.
Again, if you're watching this and you have an idea or a topic you'd like us to touch upon, just let us know. We can talk, show you anything about real estate or anything internet related. It doesn't even have to be real estate related. We can talk about marketing. So shoot us an email, text us on Facebook pages. Mine is, you can reach me at Real Estate Tech Tips and Training, or yours is mbuzz.com, Facebook, right? Just type it in and you'll find it.
Yeah, and on Facebook, it's My Business Buzz is the after facebook.com/My Business Buzz. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well,
PIerre, have a wonderful weekend. It's supposed to be nice out there. So
yeah, and I know you're going to you might be going to the Battle of the Bands when we might be joining you. So hopefully
there you go.
later on.
All right. Take it easy, and I'll see you maybe later.
Sounds great. Bye, Sue.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.